Have you ever wondered what truly happens inside the mind of a man who chooses to walk the path of solitude for an extended period? In a world that constantly pushes us toward partnership and connection, what profound, unseen changes are taking place within the psyche of a man who remains single for months, even years? Is it simply a matter of bad luck, a lack of options, or is there a deeper, more transformative process at play, one that has been observed and analyzed by the greatest minds in psychology? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on this often misunderstood journey. This isn't about the stereotypes of the lonely bachelor or the socially awkward recluse. This is a journey into the powerful and often necessary psychological evolution of a man in a state of prolonged singleness, seen through a lens inspired by the profound insights of Carl Jung. We will explore how this period, far from being a time of stagnation, can become a crucible for incredible personal growth, self-discovery, and the forging of a truly complete and authentic self. The modern world tells us that our value is tied to our relationships. We are taught to fear loneliness as a sign of failure. But what if we've got it all wrong? What if the time a man spends alone is not an emptiness to be filled, but a sacred space for the soul to do its most important work? Jung, the brilliant Swiss psychiatrist, would argue that this time is essential for a man to truly confront and integrate the different parts of his psyche. The first and most powerful thing that happens to a man who stays single for a long time is the confrontation with his own shadow. The shadow, in Jungian psychology, represents the repressed, unintegrated, and often darker aspects of our personality. It's the part of us we don't want to show the world. The fears, the insecurities, the failures, the anger. When a man is in a relationship, it's easy to project these aspects onto his partner. He can blame her for his unhappiness, his anxieties, his lack of fulfillment. The relationship can become a convenient scapegoat for his own internal struggles. But when he is alone, there is nowhere to hide. He is forced to sit with his own demons. The man who has been single for a long time has had to face his own shadow head-on. He has had to learn to take responsibility for his own emotions and actions, a process that forges an incredible sense of inner strength and self-awareness. Next, a prolonged period of solitude forces a man to confront his anima. The anima, for Jung, is the feminine archetype within the male psyche. It represents a man's inner emotional life, his intuition, his creativity, and his ability to nurture. In a relationship, a man might rely on his partner to be the sole caretaker of these emotional aspects. She is often the one who encourages him to talk about his feelings, who organizes social events, who maintains the emotional health of the relationship. But when he is alone, he must step into this role himself. He must learn to listen to his own intuition, to process his own emotions, and to cultivate his own creative and artistic side. The single man learns to cook for himself, to create a home that brings him peace, to nurture his own friendships. He becomes a more emotionally mature and complete individual, capable of a deeper and more authentic connection not just with himself, but with future partners as well. This period also leads to a profound rediscovery of purpose. A man in a relationship often molds his life to fit the needs and desires of his partner and the relationship itself. His goals, his hobbies, and his career choices can become a compromise. But the single man has the freedom to explore his passions without constraint. He can dedicate his time and energy to his career, to a long-forgotten hobby, to travel, to personal development. He builds a life that is truly his own, a life that is rich with meaning and purpose. This isn't a selfish act. It's a necessary step toward becoming a whole person. In fact, it is the most selfless thing he can do, because he is ensuring that when he does enter a relationship, he is bringing a full and complete version of himself, not a half-empty vessel looking to be filled. A man with a strong sense of purpose is incredibly attractive, not because he is seeking someone to complete him, a notion that places an impossible burden on a partner, but because he is already a complete person who is looking for someone to share his vibrant life with. His life is a rich tapestry of passions, achievements, and meaning, and he's inviting someone to be a part of that, not to create it for him. This fundamental shift from needing a partner to wanting a partner is the bedrock of a healthy, lasting relationship. The long-term single man also develops an unparalleled level of self-reliance and independence. He learns to solve his own problems, from the trivialities of a broken faucet to the complexities of a career setback. He becomes his own primary source of emotional support, learning to comfort himself during moments of sadness and to process his own feelings without needing immediate validation from another person. He becomes his own best friend, his own cheerleader, and his own source of validation. He no longer needs someone else to tell him he is worthy or successful. He knows it deep within his own being. This radical self-reliance makes him a remarkable partner, because he enters a relationship not out of a desperate need to be loved, but from a place of genuine, overflowing love for himself and his life. He doesn't look to his partner to be his anchor. He is his own anchor, and his partner is the sail that helps him navigate life's vast ocean. This is the difference between a codependent relationship built on need and an interdependent one built on mutual respect and shared joy. This radical self-reliance makes him an incredible partner because he enters a relationship not out of need, but out of genuine desire. He doesn't need someone to fix him or to make him happy. He is already happy and fulfilled, and he wants to share that happiness with someone. This is a fundamental shift from a codependent dynamic to a truly interdependent one, which is the foundation of the most successful and lasting relationships. So, the next time you see a man who has been single for a long time, don't pity him. Don't assume he's lonely or unsuccessful. Instead, consider the profound psychological journey he is on. He is in the process of becoming whole. He is learning to confront his fears, to embrace his emotions, to forge his own purpose, and to find validation from within. He is building a foundation of strength and self-knowledge that will make him not just a better partner, but a more complete human being. And when he is ready to enter a new relationship, he won't be looking for someone to save him.